everyone, welcome back to Wicket, and in today's video we will be doing a World Cup preview for England's squad. They are obviously the reigning champions. They are in a group with Australia, Namibia, Scotland and Oman. So Australia is obviously competition in that group, but yeah, they have a pretty similar looking squad to last time, excluding Stokes. And obviously big news being Archer's back and ready and raring to go. And speaking of Archer, what do you think of his return back into the England squad?
I think you could go either ways, to be honest. I saw a clip of him bowling,
Against Pakistan,
Yeah. Has he been bowling pretty fast?
It was like 145,
Yeah.
high 140s. Yeah.
I saw some clips of him bowling. It looks like he's bowling pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
T20 is probably the best fight for him to come back in, so he's bowling 4 overs.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be hit and miss with him. Just because of the match time probably hasn't had as much match time. Obviously of late, he's been injured for a while. I could compare him to probably like probably kind of like a star. Probably doesn't swing it as much, a bit quicker, but that same sort of X factorness where they'll bowl you wicket taking deliveries, and they will have patches that bowl incredibly well, can change a game very quickly. So yeah, worthwhile having him in the squad, I think.
Yeah. I mean, there's not really many question marks on their squad. Everyone's pretty picks themselves. As a typical England side, all 11 can bat, whoever you pick, basically. Adil Rashid has 10 first-class hundreds. He's batting at 11, pretty much. So the question for England, again, is can their batting cover their bowling? Because usually they do leak a lot of runs as well. That's the real question mark for them. Can their batting always cover it? Because usually in a tournament, you need good bowling to win the tournament. Obviously, they won last time because of Stokes' pressure. And they did bowl well in the finals and semi-finals. They kept it tight, and they do have Archer this time, who's a good death bowler if he's the same bowler as he was. Looking at the X side, probably you have Butler opening, captain, wicketkeeper. Again, I'm actually not a huge fan, honestly, of Butler as a captain, but he did get the job done in the last World Cup. I think Owen Morgan was a better captain for England, I would say, but he's obviously finding his mark, finding his shoes. So, yeah, you have Josh Butler at the top, Bairstow. Then you'd have, I'd say, Phil Salt probably at 3. You have Harry Brook at 4. Harry Brook.
Yeah.
And then you have 50,000 all-rounders in the middle order there with a bunch of Livingston, Moeen Ali, Sam Curran. I think they have a few others in the squad too, if I'm not mistaken, but I think they'll go with those 3 because Liam Livingston bowls lefties and offies. Moeen Ali bowls offies. Sam Curran's a left-hander and had a good IPL. And they can all bomb sixes. And then Archer Wood, both can bowl 150, which is a big plus. Can be a big minus as well in T20 though. Can go all for sixes. But then you have Adil Rashid and Reece Topley, I think, to finish off that X line. Maybe Chris Jordan over Reece Topley, I'm not sure. But again, it's been a bit of a pattern, actually, don't you reckon, that Australia, India, England are coming into these World Cup, in this World Cup especially, with a very old squad.
Yes.
Very experienced squad. Do you think that'll help them, or do you think that'll be a hamper to them?
It's a bit of a double-edged sword. Like I think experience definitely is important in terms of like identifying the crucial moments and adapting your play to that sort of behavior. Or that sort of scenario that unfolds in front of you. So I think experience definitely is important. But in saying that, sometimes you do need the young X factor-ness in the squad to like win your games because they'll play a lot more fearlessly, possibly. But I think experience is important to win those critical matchups in particular matches and the scenarios that unfold in particular matches. So,
and where do you think they'll finish up?
I do like their side, and they also got like other shooters pretty decent. Touch and go between semi-final and final, I think.
I'm gonna go they'll lose in the final because I have a dark horse going to win the comp. Yeah. And last but not least, we'll say who do you think their highest run scorer and highest wicket taker will be?
Highest wicket taker probably will be, I think, Adil Rashid. He always bowls quite well. Let's be consistent. And in terms of batting, that's a bit of a tough one because they got a lot of
power hitters,
a lot of power hitters there. But I might go for Brook, to be honest. Yeah. Someone a bit different, someone not too mainstream. So yeah, maybe he's got a lot of talent. He does have the ability to be the leading run scorer.
Yeah. I remember actually, in speaking of Brook, that before the 2023 Ashes, you didn't really rate him that much. I remember, but then after we watched that, like he's actually pretty good. Like he did perform well against good bowlers. So
Yes.
he no, he definitely has the talent, and
Mm.
they do talk very highly of him, and I can see now why. Like rightfully so. He does have a good future for England. He's only 25, I think. So yeah, for me, I'd go highest run scorer. I'm going to go Joss Butler up the top. I think he has the best chance of getting 100, obviously, batting opening. And he was in good form. I think he got 200s in the IPL, so he's, yeah.
Good, yeah.
Excluding that, he actually didn't have a great tournament, but because he got those 200s, he had a decent tournament. So I think he has a good chance. And for bowling, I'm going to go with the return of Jofra Archer. I think if he can be the bowler he was, he definitely can be that leading wicket taker. But we'll just have to wait and see if he is that same bowler or not. And if he can perform under pressure like he used to in that 2019 period of time when he was such a good bowler. But yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess that sort of wraps up our video for England's World Cup preview for their squad. So keep a lookout for other videos in our series. Until next time, see you guys later.